4 S's that make him feel you're the one. This is so simple. Not easy, but simple S's that make him feel you're the one. Because if you found that special man and you know he's the one for you, let's not leave anything to chance that there's some kind of miscommunication because he's not feeling what he needs to feel and then taking action on that feeling. That's what I'm all about. You getting what it is that you desire and deserve. Because women are loving the world. I know this. And I want you to have the love back that you give out. So who am I to talk about this? I'm Coach Paula Grooms, a dating and relationship coach for women, licensed social worker, and author of the book, Why Won't He Commit? How a Man Decides to Make You the One. I help you find a potential Mr. Right, get back with an ex, grow an existing relationship with a man you truly desire by inspiring his continued interest so you have the relationship of your dreams and get the commitment you totally deserve. So stay till the end because the last S, while you may not like it so much, and you're likely doing this S, which you have to remember not to. That's why it's the 4th S. It's so important that you do. All right, let's get into it. The 4 S's that make him feel you're the one. When he feels it, he starts to incorporate it. Then by taking action on those feelings, he gets more into the decision making that you want him to get into so that he truly commits to you in the way you have with him. I know you have if you're here, you're watching this. You have just committed in a way that women do, which is simply through time. And possibly if you're having sex, through time and sex, you commit and bond. It just happens. But for men, it doesn't. So he needs to feel what he needs to feel, and then he needs to make a decision on those feelings. So the first S is foundational, and that is for him to feel secure. And there is one way that he feels most secure in your relationship, and that is that you have put yourself, and then through your particular presence and actions, he has put you in the Madonna category of Freud's Madonna-whore dichotomy. Not my words, Freud's. If you don't know it, look up Freud's Madonna-whore dichotomy or Madonna-whore complex, which Freud made known to us. It is a foundational thing that is in the male brain that you need to know exists. If you don't know this exists, you will make grave mistakes. If you want anything with this man and you want to go into most interactions with men absolutely knowing that this is foundational in every man's brain. Freud, back in early 1900s, he coined this. He qualified this concept for us, and it was called the Madonna-whore complex. But since then, it has been discovered as so foundational in the male brain that it's no longer called a complex. It's called just the dichotomy, because it is this black and white classification of a woman being either a woman for a relationship, Madonna, meaning Mother Mary, or woman just to have fun with, the word that we hate, whore. So it's black and white, on or off, stop or go, yes or no, male or female, Madonna whore. That's the black and white nature of it. We just have to know it exists. And how do you know you are in that category so he feels secure? Well, one of the things you want to do is make sure that you start every relationship by presenting yourself in a way that puts you in the relationship category. Sometimes how you dress, how you talk, certainly what you say, mostly what you do. And if you have sex very quickly, certainly you have to nix having sex on a first interaction, first date. As long as you can go by keeping it at bay, you step by step put yourself in the Madonna category. This allows for the man to feel secure that you will not cheat on him. Even if he doesn't present in any way as a jealous man, anything of the sort, you have to understand the nature of it, the very anthropological nature of the Madonna-whore dichotomy. This is foundational in male brains. And think about it. Before there was DNA science, only way a man knew that his offspring were his is by trusting the woman. He needs to have that trust to feel secure. I could go on and do an entire 20-minute video on this. You just have to know that it's a foundational thing, get it, and make sure you are aligning your words and actions, and you continually show him that you are in the category for relationships. Madonna. Okay, that's the first S. The second, he needs to feel safe from your emotional challenges, presentation, behaviors, your emotional drama, if he uses that word, that he can't attend to. I could do 5 videos in this one. This is huge. Every man is on a scale of being able to handle a woman's emotions. He many times can fear your emotions because he can't relate to them in the same way. That's one reason. Second reason that's really vital is that he was a boy and he has programming from his mother, and any raising of a voice, showing disappointment, anger, all manner of emotions, he was frightened by in a way when he was being programmed that those emotions held much more in them and were more fraught with problems, and that he was bad or wrong or was going to have love or even sustenance held from him, etc. So when he hears a raised voice, when he gets that energy coming at him, when he doesn't understand, which he's not going to understand your emotions in the way that you want him to, that's just a given. I'm not imputing men for that. Unless he is one of those special guys, because everybody's on a scale, and he may be way up here being an actualized guy, very female-oriented in nature. If he's very male, and to the degree that he is, he will not understand your emotions, because it's, again, yin and yang, night and day, sun and rain, stop and go, on or off, yes or no, male, female, equal, but opposite. So get that. You have to rein in your emotional outbursts, putting stuff on him that has nothing to do with him, coming to him for soothing and assuaging of your emotions that he doesn't understand. Now, each woman, it's very different for each relationship. I understand that. It's what I do in my work. I work with women about this because, as I said, I help you grow an existing relationship so that you inspire his continued interest. And one of the ways you do this is by your own coping mechanisms, dealing with your own programming, leveling up your own self-concept, manifesting that you know you will have this relationship, feeling secure, not putting your anxious stuff on him. See, there's a lot to it, a lot to it. So if you need help with that, I can help you. But understand that he must feel safe in that way. And I'm going to give you now the last 2 S's, which both of those help make him feel safe as well. When you do all of these together, he feels safe. But make no mistake, it is one of the 4 S's. He must feel safe. So, what is number 3? Space. He needs space in your relationship. Space is so important to a man. And again, all are on a scale. So you must know your man's level of tolerance for being connected in the way that you want to be connected. You have an enormous amount of bandwidth for connection, love, spending time with him. You don't need space. You probably want more from him, but you're not going to get more in the way that you want it if you don't give him space away from you. That means away from the constant texting or threads or reaching out. If you're here, you know this. You know from all of my work, my videos, you know that. You must give him space to think in a way that you don't need. Again, just night and day. Equal, opposite. That's huge. You must give space. And we're going to get to number 4. And again, if you need help with this, please, whether it's me or someone else, you've got to get that help to give him that by your own self-soothing. If you're going to him for your self-soothing, that can mean A, you're not giving him space, but B, you're also not allowing him necessarily to feel safe. Now, I'm going to put a caveat on that. If you don't say much, another S, and you just go for his physical presence when you're already with him, and you just let him hold you, hold your hand, just be with him without needing to talk about it, you will be okay. And if that will give you the self-soothing, allow that, because it's what you're going to say in your mind, right, in your mental diet, in your self-talk, that's going to help you do this. And again, I will try and do another video about this self-soothing and what you need to do in order to give him space. Okay, so let's get to number 4, that you're not going to be so happy in the way that I put it, but it's so you remember the S's. Go through them, remember them. And this last one is shut up. Shut up about the relationship. You know I talk about this all the time. You have to stop talking about the relationship. You may think, well, Paula, then what do I do? Because he's not giving me what I need. We're not moving it forward. All kinds of different machinations of that concept, because you want to move it faster than he does. You want commitment. You want to take a situationship to a relationship. You want to get back with your ex. What are you going to do if you don't talk about it? I get that. But for this video, I want you to understand that you must stop talking about the relationship. Shut up about the relationship. He wants to have one with you, not talk about it. I help women in my coaching with this so much, because it's not that we can't say anything. It's to the degree what you're saying, the context when you say it, picking the timing, saying something once and then taking action on it. You see, nothing is all or nothing. Nothing is all or nothing, right? Everything is on a scale. There's a lot of context. It's what you've been doing, how you morph into doing things in a better way to get you what you want and to inspire his desire. That's what it's all about. But understand, if you stop talking about the relationship, he will start to wonder. And if you know my podcast, the reason I call it Make Him Wonder is because men love through wondering. That's going to be mind-blowing to you if you haven't heard it before, but I hope because you're here, you've gotten my book, you listen to the podcast, you get that men love in a different way than women. Men love through wondering. We women love through knowing. That's why we want to talk about it. And there are anthropological and really biological reasons why we love in that way. It makes all the sense in the world when you look at it from the perspective of just being a mammal and you as a woman potentially being pregnant and needing to know for certain, feeling secure and safe with a potential baby coming, etc. There are foundational reasons why built into us as mammals that we love through knowing, but they love through wondering because they are the hunters, the pursuers, etc. It's very simple when you really just boil it down, but it gets very complicated in our modern society, and we have been sold a bill of goods by all the modern stuff about we are completely equal, so we can treat our men like we would treat a friend and talk about it in a way that may not in any way move the needle forward. Again, not that there's no talking, but you need to be more mindful of how you are when you do. That is going to move the needle towards the end result that you want. And the end result will bring him the most happiness too, because men are happiest in fully committed, safe, secure relationships where they have space and the woman is silent, mostly about the relationship with the talking. Okay, so last one. I'm going to go through them all again. You must make him feel secure at the outset. He must continually feel safe. You must give him the space he needs, and every man is on a scale with that. Give him space and shut up about the relationship. Have it. Relate through action. There's a lot of videos I have here about that. And listen to the podcast. You are here, you are learning. I trust that with these videos you are leveling up, and I look forward to our next time together. See you in the next video. I trust you got a lot of good information in this video, and I want you to have more by subscribing and clicking that red alert bell so you don't miss any of my upcoming videos. And if you want even more, there are ways to talk to me. You can talk to me for free on the podcast. You can have a consultation with me. There are several other ways that you can check out by going to CoachPaulagrooms.com. I am available to you. Just go now to CoachPaulagrooms.com for any question, to get my book, to find out about any of my coaching programs, my self-help courses, anything at all that you need. I am here for you and want to give you all that is possible, because all is possible for you in your romantic life, and you can get what you desire and deserve. I want you to know that. I am happy you are here learning, leveling up, and I will see you in the next video.